The 12-person jury found Carmen DeCruz not guilty of second-degree manslaughter and not guilty of criminally negligent homicide, a charge that was just added today. We've seen a wide spectrum of opinions on the verdict, from shock to anger, to others saying they're glad this is over with. 6 News reporter Adriana Alexander was there when the verdict was read, and she joins us now live at the Bell County Justice Complex. Adriana?
Lindsay, today was a packed courtroom with a large police presence, and when the judge announced that the verdict was not guilty, shock really filled the entire room. And the Dean family was seen crying and storming out in frustration and anger as well. The state attorney used both body cam and dash camera footage in an attempt to prove that even though Michael Dean was driving drunk and speeding, he did not deserve to lose his life. The defense argued Dean was not complying with DeCruz and that Dean reached for the officer's gun, which then led to DeCruz shooting Michael Dean. Outside of the Bell County Courthouse, defense attorney Robert McCabe explained DeCruz has no plans to ever be involved with law enforcement again.
The family, of course, filed a civil lawsuit, which is normal, against the city and against Mr. DeCruz, and I think this is obviously going to help that matter. So we've got that to deal with. And of course, Mr. DeCruz spent 24 years honorably in the U.S. Army as a military police officer. He spent 9 years as a police officer in Temple, and I think he's looking forward to a quiet life.
Regarding the civil lawsuit filed by the Dean family in November of 2021, the court has to rule on the motion to dismiss within 7 days of the verdict. The Dean family is seeking $10 million, claiming that the Temple Police Department has displayed a consistent and systematic failure to address the continued use of excessive force against Black people. That's all I have for now. Live in Belton, Adriana Alexander, 6 News.
Adriana, thank you so much for your coverage throughout this trial. It has taken 3 years to get to trial, and so far, people online have expressed frustration and disappointment with the verdict. 6 News anchor Bailey Bates joins us live now from the 6 Newsroom with how Central Texans are reacting, as well as what a legal expert has to say about the case. Bailey?
Lindsay, there have been a lot of questions about how and why the prosecution brought on another charge this morning during closing arguments. People online think it could have been throwing off the jury to begin with. DeCruz was only facing second-degree manslaughter, but at the last minute, the prosecution added a lesser offense, criminally negligent homicide. That charge takes a small threshold to prove. Basically, the prosecution would have had to prove DeCruz was acting in an unreasonable and reckless manner while disregarding obvious risk. 6 News legal analyst Liz Mitchell says when the prosecution added the lesser offense, it was most likely used as a safety net tactic. She says usually those come about in a trial when the prosecution feels the jury may have doubts about the case that they presented.
A lesser included is kind of a safety net if brought up by the state, just kind of like if we feel like there might be a few holdouts in there. A lesser included is a way to secure a conviction on something, some felony charge.
Mitchell says DeCruz can't face more state charges, but he could face federal charges, although she believes that is unlikely at this time. We will have Liz break down the verdict more tonight at 10. 6 News is expecting statements from Temple Police Chief Sean Reynolds as well as Temple Mayor Tim Davis this evening, but that has yet to be released. And at this time, they aren't taking questions. They said they were going to be releasing statements at their own time and with whatever they would like to say. No questions being asked from people of the city of Temple.
Right, but I'm sure people do have a lot of questions. Bailey, thank you so much. We will continue our coverage of the trial against Carmen DeCruz throughout the night here on 6 News, and you can also stay up to date. You'll get those breaking news alerts when those statements come down. Just go to kcentv.com or download our app.